Hi friends, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be giving you guys a bunch of online school tips and advice. I know a lot of people are doing online school right now because of COVID-19, and for a lot of people that is a huge adjustment for them, which I totally understand. I thought I would hop on here and give you guys some of my own tips because I used to be homeschooled since I was going to school till I was in 6th grade, and then from 7th to 8th grade I went to a charter school, and then I did half homeschooling, half normal school, and then I went to a public high school, and now I'm in college. I am in my 2nd year of college, and this is my 2nd year doing online school. So I've done a bunch of different types of school, as you can see, throughout my years, but I have mostly done school at home. Throughout the years I have learned things. I've learned what's worked for me, what hasn't worked for me, blah blah blah, and I just wanted to share my advice to you. Also, I asked you guys on TikTok and my Instagram story to ask me any questions you have. I'm gonna start with, I think, the most frequently asked question, which was, how do you stay motivated / stay on task? One thing that helps me get motivated and feel productive is to get dressed. Changing into clothes, even if it's just changing into other pajamas, it gives you a sense of accomplishment, like you've done something. Also, with that same concept, making your bed also does the same thing. It's a super small task that you can do in literally a minute, but it makes your whole room feel clean, even if it's not. And it, again, gives you a sense of accomplishment, and then that kind of motivates you to want to do more things that are productive. It's a really small thing. It's not going to take time out of your day. You don't have to make it beautiful. Just make sure the blankets are all the way pulled across and stuff. It's not, you don't have to go all out and crazy and whatever. One thing to also stay on task is to change your location in your house. I would not just do school in my room the whole day, especially if I'm couldn't focus that day, because that happens all the time to me where I just cannot focus. I would go into the living room and do school there, or go into the backyard if it's not on fire. I live in California. Or even from your desk to your bed. Just changing in a location really helps you focus more because it feels like a fresh start, even if you're doing the same thing. Oh, also, if you fall asleep easily, do not do your work in bed. There has been a lot of times where I do my homework in my bed and then I fall asleep. And then it's just so easy. I love taking naps. I take naps all the time. Okay, I get it. I get it. And yes, you can take naps. I'm not telling you not to take naps, but give yourself a little nap time instead of doing that for your work time, if that makes any sense. I would recommend, if you fall asleep every time you sit on a bed like I do, to do it on your floor or on a desk or a table or whatever. Sitting up and sitting in a chair helps you focus better. I don't know science. These are just things that help me. Also, a clean space. So if you're doing it on a desk, your room doesn't have to be clean. If that helps you and you want to clean it, then yeah, go for it, because that really helps me too. But if you don't have time or you're stressed and you just want to get something done, just make sure the area that you're working on is clean, because it's easier for your brain to process one thing if there's not oh, that's messy or that's dirty or blah blah blah. It's just plain and simple desk. You know what I mean? Give yourself breaks in between subjects. So this I actually learned from my senior year psychology class. Your brain processes information better when you do this. So if you're doing, you set aside an hour for your math class, so you do that for an hour, just math, or you do it until you're finished, just math, and then you take 15, 20, 30-minute break, whatever, doing, eating, going on TikTok, taking a nap, whatever, and then doing a different subject. This helps your brain kind of differentiate it so you're not scrambled, if that makes sense. I don't remember the exact psychology textbook wording, but that was the gist of it. Also, if you're feeling antsy, if you can drive, go get coffee or something and come back. Or if your parents are home or older sibling or whatever and you can't drive, ask them to go get coffee or get a snack at 7-Eleven. Just do something really small. You don't have to go out and eat a meal. I go to Panera all the time. I have a coffee subscription at Panera, so I usually get coffee at Panera. Thank you. Of course. Of course. course? Why did I just say of course? She said have a wonderful day and I said of course. Getting out of the house also helps me feel motivated. Planners! Planners really help me. They're not for everyone, so if it doesn't work for you, don't do it. But I love me a good planner and a good to-do list. One thing that I can give you, a little life hack if you will, is to put on your planner, on your calendar, your assignments the day before they're due. But everything's pushed back, so it's not like you have more work. Everything's just pushed back a day. So that way you're not stressed to get something done when it's due. And if, like, let's say there's something due on Friday, but you say it's due on Thursday, and you sit down Thursday to do it, and it's taking way longer than you expected, then you have a little bit of a buffer to finish it on Friday. But if you started it on Friday when it was due, you're gonna be like really stressed because you don't have a buffer and you're like only, does that make sense? So trick your brain into thinking that something's due the day before it is. I think everyone should try a planner at least, especially if like you're stressed about when things are due. It's really helpful, at least for me, to have it in front of me to like see, since you're not going to school every day and you're not like hearing reminders of like, oh, this is blah 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 day, this is blah 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 day. I understand that's kind of hard for some people to like get used to. Make sure you're drinking water and eating food. You're at your house, take advantage of it, so you can go like make yourself freaking bomb food at home, and that can be part of your break. You can listen to music, you know, take advantage of you being able to do school at home because it's kind of lit, not gonna lie. Obviously there's pros and cons to both sides. Like I liked both like homeschooling and public school for different reasons. As usually like eating and drinking water like stimulates your brain and like it's good for you, obviously. Make sure you fuel your body so you can focus. Oh, another way to keep yourself motivated, bribe yourself. So let's say you want to go and get a coffee because blah blah blah. Tell yourself, okay, when I finish this assignment, I'm gonna go get coffee. Or okay, when I do 3 problems, I can have a snack. Do positive reinforcement on yourself to motivate yourself, but you have to stick to it. Oh, blue light glasses. So I have 2 pairs of blue light glasses because I ordered them on Amazon. I think they were like 20-25 bucks for both of them. Since you're staring at the computer screen all day, I really recommend doing this because my eyes got tired and I would get headaches and stuff from just staring at the screen. Once I started using them, that hasn't been happening anymore. I don't know if it's a placebo or what, but either way it's working. So I mean, I recommend it. Also, I feel cute while wearing them, so that's a plus. So blue light glasses help. That was also a question I got. They help me and they've helped people that I know. Yeah, take advantage of it as much as you can. You're at home right now. This is a very weird time and everybody's adjusting. I luckily am not doing online school with Zoom classes, so when you're on Zoom, I get like it's more annoying. One thing I do all the time is I just like throw my phone to I throw my phone to like the other side of the room while I do school because it's just so addicting, like you want to hold it. So I recommend when you're on Zoom like that to do the same thing. It's always gonna be there. It's a lot easier to not touch it when it's not near you, so just like throw it. But yeah, be patient with yourself. It's an adjustment. It's not gonna be an easy adjustment for everybody. Everyone works in a different way, so you're gonna have to do a bunch of trial and error of what works for you because everyone learns differently and everyone processes things differently. Also, be patient with your teachers. They're having to adjust as much as you are, maybe even more so because they have to figure out how to put everything online, and for some people that's not easy for them and that's not really their fault. Obviously there's exceptions, like if the teacher's not trying and you know, but for the most part teachers are probably trying their best. Yeah, take advantage of you being home while you can. Take advantage of you watching TV shows on your break. Take advantage of you doing your school with your pet next to you. Take advantage of not having to ask to go pee. Take advantage of, you know, being able to make food whenever you want, like good food, and you don't have to like bring food. Take advantage of you being able to sleep in. I will give you a tip to set your alarm for like 9 or 10. I'm not gonna tell you right now to set your alarm for like 6 a.m. like normal, unless obviously you have work or you have other commitments later to do. But if you don't, I'm not gonna tell you to set your alarm for that early because you don't have to. You don't have to. Also, you can do your work in your pajamas. Like if you feel motivated enough, then yeah, do that. That's just a little thing that helps me sometimes. But yeah, I do my school in my pajamas sometimes. It's pretty awesome. I've been doing it since I was little. I woke up at 10 today and I got school done and I'm filming this video. For me also, I like online school because I tend to focus better at night. So sometimes I stay up late and do a bunch of school and then not do it during the day in the morning because I tend to focus more at night. So kind of figure out when you tend to get the most work done and then just accommodate your schedule and everything else around that, because I think that's really like important to kind of know yourself and know what works for you, because everyone's different. Study tips. Since you're online, I would recommend having the book next to you during a test. Unless the teacher is like, do not have any books or notes or whatever, then I would say to have your resources. I'm not a believer in like memorizing information as learning. I'm more of because I don't learn things like that. I have to learn by doing. So if I learn something by having to find an answer, then I think that's just as valid as memorizing information. So if you're allowed to, have the book or your notes in front of you while you take the test, or just go over it really well. I like color coordinating things. I just love vocab, flashcards, Quizlet is bomb. How do you get sleep? Because I feel like online school gives me more homework. Yeah, I feel that. A lot of people didn't really understand when I was homeschooled that I had kind of more work, because since I was home all day, I was doing 7-8 hours of schoolwork throughout the day like a normal person would. I just didn't have any homework, which I found I liked it better like that. I liked it better that I did school and that I didn't have homework rather than being at school for 8 hours and then coming home and doing more school. So yeah, you kind of do have more work because you're having to do it kind of on your own. But again, you can sleep in a little bit if your schedule allows it. Like, you're allowed to sleep in and still get work done. Sleeping is very important. If it helps you to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time, even if it's like 11 or 12 and you wake up at like 8 or 9, that's still 8 to 9 hours of sleep. If that helps you to like go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time, you don't have to be like 10 and 6 or whatever, you know? You know what I mean? Take advantage of your ability to be flexible. If you guys have any more questions and you want me to make a part 2, then comment them below. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this was helpful. I know I kind of rambled a little bit and like was a little bit all over the place. I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy and happy and all the things. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this video. Remember to be kind, and that includes to yourself. That means you. Thank you. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!